So,
Yes.
welcome back to the journey, friends.
Yeah.
What did you get today?
I got a box.
You got a box.
Yes, a brown box.
It's
It's about maybe 12 inches.
So this is actually from the Hearst family,
Yep.
retired Navy.
Yes.
We already know what this is, but we're going to go ahead and open this up. It's greatly appreciated.
I'm excited.
She's definitely excited.
Yes.
And with that being said, do I want to give you a knife?
Oh, stop it. Just give it to me. Hey, let them see it.
Oh.
Gosh, these are...
Yeah, this one's kind of a pain.
I'm so old.
Yeah,
Or at least my hands are just...
No, it's not a very good knife.
Yay!
Drum roll.
And then 10 years later, it'd be very, very funny if it was wrapped in duct tape, though.
Right? It's a box inside of a box inside of another box.
Okay, guys.
That's what always happens, right?
So,
What could it be? Wow!
I got books.
All
Hedgehog.
the old school Alfred
Yeah,
Hitchcock.
look at that. Oh, man.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I'm going to have some
How many did
reading.
you get?
I got 4.
4. You
Yes.
got some packing material,
These are mom bags.
bags.
Yeah. Bags for trash, which is good, always. Oh, okay.
See, I told you it was a box inside of another box.
All right.
And
Look
if
at
you
that.
Look and see.
What do you think
Pause
that
right
is?
now. Tell us, what do you think this is, or what could it be? Which, it's kind of cool that he did send this, even though I did keep your old one.
Oh, yeah. So is it a license plate holder? B, what would it be? I don't know what would I say for B. What did I say for B?
I don't know.
I don't know. Or C, a
thingamajig.
thingamajig, a stereo holder. Da, da, da. I'm playing. So I spent over a year, I want to say.
It's been well over a year.
It's been well over a year, yes. I've spent over a year without this item in my vehicle. And I have a small little temporary fix to it.
Not a very good one.
Not a very good one, but boy, do I miss the stereo in my vehicle. Look at that.
So this is basically brand new.
Basic standard stereo for a Jeep.
Yep. The OEM standard.
The OEM standard that mine croaked, and I don't know why. So this is a great step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So now that I have something to fix my stereo music problems.
Oh, here, let's tilt them back up so they
Thank you, a bunch.
can actually see your face.
Yeah, I know, right? So they can see my face.
Sitting
I
here
thank you.
talking and you guys just looking down at the box.
I know, right at the box. I thank you a bunches for this.
Yeah.
So this here is from James and Claudette Hearst.
Yeah.
Thank you a bunches once again. Retired military family. So now that I have this, I'm going to be able to install it, or you're going to be able to install it. And then what's the next step for my Jeep?
Clock spring. That's the next big thing that we need. Yeah, the clock spring on it has went out, so obviously that controls your airbag. It also controls a lot of the functions on the steering wheel itself.
Yes.
So that's something we're going to have to put into the budget.
Yeah, Jeep problems. I've already had 2 close encounters with
yeah, horn doesn't work.
Someone hitting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, hitting, almost crashing into my Jeep.
I'm gonna have to.
So I'm hyper vigilant.
I probably rig up like a little temporary push button thing for the horn, just wire it straight to the battery.
Oh, or yeah, or you can put the
For
ones
now.
that you had that you were gonna put for the bike, just put them for the truck.
Yeah.
But this is greatly appreciated. I am
Yes.
ready to.
This is. Okay, so actually, here we are a couple days later. I was having camera issues. Squirrel! I see a squirrel run across. But I do want to get over here and kind of show you guys what we did. Willow's walking up here with me. So we were actually able to come in here and cut down a few more trees over here on the side. Just stuff that was kind of hanging over. So now, I mean, there's probably one or two like little branches, you know, that might rub, but it's all stuff that's like really small, right? Like this up here. So I think we're gonna be good with that. So we've got it 100% cleared out. We brought in materials to allow for the truck to be able to make the corner, since he has to half split the culvert. And do apologize for any wind today. Once again, I do not have a operational lavalier mic that I can utilize with my phone, since right now I'm currently using my phone for recording. But as you can see, we came in, we cleared a lot more trees, all the stuff that was overhanging. Here, right, cleared out a lot of stuff in the ditch, which I want to get Little Mac and try to, you know, just establish that ditch a little better for water runoff. Basically all the trees that were here are completely down. So, and like I said, have a nice little transition for the truck to be able to go through. The only thing that's left for this is to cut down these two T-posts. So I'm just gonna cut them flush to the ground with an angle grinder. And because I don't want to take them out, because we've already had to redo this culvert twice, right? If you guys have missed out on that, definitely go back, check those out. I believe I have them in a playlist, but I don't know. They're there. So all of this over here, completely done, right? We've scraped it all. Got the stump all cut down. Not too worried. Yes, we will get in here. We'll clean stuff off. You know, as we're going, we're gonna wait for a little more of the fall time. Fall, winter is the best time to get in to clear your property. No bugs, right? You have a lot less bugs, a lot less poison ivy, poison oak type situations. So, but we'll get in here, we'll get this cleaned up. But right now, it's good for bringing the house in. So as of right now, that's it. That's really all we can do. So we're kind of on a holding pattern, I guess, if that's how you want to call it. the old Navy, or not even Navy, just military in general, right? Term is a holding pattern to be able to do the house pad, because we need dirt work, and the folks that's going to be helping with that, they're a little busy right now. So, but my goal is to have the house pad done, or very close to being done, by the end of this month. So it's really going to determine how many things of shell, right, loads of shell I can get, because I have factored into our budget between now and December. I think I said 6 loads. We were quoted at 225. It's like 225 or 235 a load. I want to say 235, but with that being said, I'm gonna try to get, you know, at least all 6 loads, but I would not be able to do that until November, right? Try not to cover you guys up. Sorry, putting my thumb over the camera. And I know, rookies, right? I know. But we're gonna try to do best we can. Obviously, you guys have seen a video that came out Friday, was for a little water fountain. Yes, I know that pond fountain is meant for like a little koi pond. It's probably not going to affect our pond whatsoever. But that's actually one of our first paying sponsorships for a product. So if you guys missed out on that video, definitely go check it out. It's greatly appreciated. Click on the links. It's actually a pretty cool product, and it does sound very nice. So we do enjoy it, even though it's a little small for our size pond, right? So with that, what am I doing today? Today, I need to get this water line finished up, and I have, let's come over here. I have over here the spigot. So I have the frost-proof yard hydrant. So that's what I'm going to install right here in my 2-foot hole. So I already have, well, I need to actually attach this a little better, but I need to get some thread tape, some sealant on this, and then a chunk that I could put a 90. I have a 90. I have all the rest of the things I need over in the Wellhouse. And then I'm gonna get this put into the ground, get this all covered up. Got some rocks over here from the front. And so we're gonna go ahead and knock this out today as well. So you got a chance to see just a few things that was left with the front of the property. And then I'm going to be doing that. And then I need some updates inside the well house. Obviously this water line over here, I still need to get routed and then brought up in. So that's going to be coming, I mean, pretty close to the corner. So really close to where the elbow is. But what I need to do, is redo all this. I know it's kind of sad times, but not really, because the piping over here, as you can see, everything's connected directly to the wood. I basically had screwed it with those little plastic clamps to attach it to the wood, and then I got some metal ones and things. But this last year froze. That pipe froze, and it's only attached right here and right there, because I do not have, I don't even know if I can see back there. Not on that side. But you can see where it starts coming away from the wall. That's because that pipe is whole. I do not have any other fittings. So the natural curve, because like the pipe curves, right? Because it's in the coil. So it just naturally curves around the tank. And I was fine with that. It works fine. But where it's located, because it's right up against the wood, obviously there's no insulation. So that thermal barrier between there and out here is only wood. There's no insulation, right? So because I have a lot of this, even though there's a gap behind this, the wood here, which I can see some of my boards popped off. That's cool. But with that, you know, and even gapped out. Yeah, it happens, I guess, as stuff shrinks or moves about. Anyway, we will redo this at some point, but that is going to be an issue. So I need to have some type of thermal barrier, and what I plan to do is to shorten this little pipe right here. I want to bring it up some, so I need to put some type of wood or panel up here. That way I have a place to attach, right, the wood. And then, or even just a board, because the only place I can attach it to is this center board right here. But I need to be able to come up, that way the pipe is actually running up here where the insulation is. And it's going to have, even though it has that one wood here, right, and then I'll put it onto another board. And then I also have this that I can insulate it, right? So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I need to undo a lot of this stuff. This filter here actually needs to get moved further that way. And then we actually have something else that's coming in. You guys will be able to see that probably next month. We're actually testing out a product, just so you know. And then, but we're gonna get it installed now. You won't see it. I'm not going to show it just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and install it. And then we're testing it out this entire month. So we have a product for in here and a product to put over into the RV, right? And with that being said, kind of how I have the wood up here for the filter, I need to kind of do the same thing for the piping. That way it doesn't have the thermal type stuff, and it's hopefully we won't freeze this year. Plus at some point I do need to redo this door because there's a humongous gap like that big at the bottom of the door. I know I probably, I mean, it's not really what I wanted to do, but this is kind of what I did, I guess. But yeah, anyway, it's not going to do it itself, so let's get to work. Well, obviously, in true fashion, I forgot to hit record by putting in a T-post. But I have the T-post in the hole. I'm going to check to see if I need to bring it down any further. Quite a bit further. I have to cut it. I think I hit a rock. Okay, so before I drag all that stuff over here to cut off that T-post, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting together my hydrant, because I have the NPT thread, or 3/4 inch thread, goes into a 3/4 inch. This is a shark bite fitting, and then I also have a 3/4 inch to 3/4 inch elbow. Okay. And then the other issue that I'm going to have moving forward, before I can actually put the hydrant into the hole, is I need to actually dig a slope down for where the pipe is going to attach, because this gets attached to the bottom of my hydrant. So this screws into the bottom. Then I have a section of pipe here at the bottom. It's very short, doesn't have to be anything significant. And then about like this, and then that elbow is going to come out here to attach to my line down in the trench. And with that, I go ahead and cut off my small section. I'll get both of these things put together. Then I'll get some thread tape put onto here, which I actually like using the mega tape. So this is a gray mega tape. So you can use this on water or gas. It's great for both. And with that, I never have to worry about, well, do I have the white one? Do I have the yellow one? Do I have the right one? I don't know. Well, I get this and I can just use it on either. So makes it nice and simple. Okay, so you're probably gonna hear the dogs barking behind me. Kiddo got home, so she's now feeding them, and they're very noisy. So for me, just twist this together to get you a nice little strand like that. And then when you're going and putting this onto your thread, this is a righty-tighty, right? So as you're putting it on, you want to make sure that you're going around the correct direction. And then if you can see that, you just lay that down in each one of those threads. It's like they've never eaten a day in their life. They eat twice a day. They don't get out as often as they should because they like chasing chickens. And right now we don't have a way of securing the chickens. The chickens have to free roam because we don't have the fencing for them yet. Okay, now once you've done that, basically come back over the top. I go around at least twice. Okay, then break it off. And then you know that you went the right way is whenever you have your finger on it, so where it breaks, if you're turning it right, to tighten it, and it's like it's pushing that back into itself, because if you go the other way, if you're wrapping it the wrong direction, then whenever you go to tighten that, it's actually going to loosen that off. So you don't want that. You don't want to say hi to everybody?
No, not really.
No, not really? Okay.
No.
She doesn't. Doesn't want to say hi to everybody. She's doing her chores, taking care of the dogs, like I said. And the one that you hear the most is Spirit. That's the reason why her name is Spirit, because she's very high-spirited. It's on the hose. Let me get it. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I have acorns or acorns falling out of the tree. They're attacking me. We hear them falling on top of the RV almost all day, all night. Okay, so that's nice and tight on there. Now I gotta get a section of the pipe, which I actually left this pipe long, so I'm gonna cut off a small section of that and then put my elbow in. But before doing the pipe, which I will cut off, you know, a good 3-inch section, you want to mark it first before you put it into these fittings. And let me show you how you do that. Okay, and to be able to mark your piping after you've cut it, and sometimes even though you have the correct tools to be able to cut this, it doesn't always cut it perfectly square because it is a curved pipe after all. But you have a tool like this, right? So it has all the different sizes on there. Right now we're utilizing 3/4. So what you do is you just put that down into that tool, and you take yourself a pen, mark it, and I'm actually using PEX B, not PEX A. So the PEX B actually works better with these style of fittings. And then for that, to be able to make sure that this is nice and flat, or be able to work for you, this tool also has these little blades. So that screw is holding in a little blade right there. And you just take that, you turn that in there a few times, and you can actually see the little piece coming out. Okay. And that actually makes that nice and flush the way it needs to be. It actually rounds off the corner just a little bit. That way it will sit down into that fitting the way that it's supposed to sit down into that fitting, right? And the reason why you mark it with the lines is whenever you're pushing it into your fitting, into your shark bite, if that's what brand you're using, then you know that you've pushed it in far enough.
You got something to drink over here?
I do not.
Beer or water?
Water's fine. It's not 5 o'clock yet.
It isn't.
No.
It's 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock somewhere.
If I was an adult, I would never drink right now.
I know. Thank you, kiddo.
School is.
School drives you to drinking, huh? These pipes, or the fittings on here, they sometimes will come with this installed in there. And what that's for is if you have the other PEX, it's like a thinner walled PEX. You put that, and there I go, dropping stuff. You'll put that in there. So basically, I try to buy the ones that don't have that in there. But I think whenever I bought this one, they probably did not have the other ones available. So that's fine. You just take it out. And then now you'll take your hose, push until you get to your line. So I don't know if you can see, but I'm up against my line, so I know that it went in far enough. All right. And it doesn't come out. All right. Now, I know that I do not need all of this going through. So as long as, because I can kind of judge to see how far that is, right? Or I can even take my tool, try to line it up so I have just like a little bit of space like that, and then take my pencil or my pen, mark it if it wants to mark. It's better if you have a Sharpie. And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and recut this. To a little more manageable length. Then get my reaming tool. Go ahead and ream out the bottom. Okay. And then also use that to mark my line. Then we go ahead and push it onto our hydrant. Check, it's at my line. Not coming out. All right. And then that's what's good about that, is now I can turn that to anywhere I need it to go, which it will be facing that direction. But I also want to make sure that I'm taking out this piece before I have an issue like I did with the other side, since I bought the incorrect piece. right. So now I just got to dig the ditch a little deeper. In my pocket. Why can't you find your tools, Hanson? I don't know, you put them in your pocket. This cut right there. All right, let's go get metal cutting stuff. Okay, so for right now, I cannot find a big enough clamp, radiator clamp, to attach this to the pole. So I'm going to utilize this all-weather duct tape. Just be able to hold it in place. That straightens it up a little bit. It is a little on the crooked side. That looks much gooder. All right. Now your biggest thing with your frost-free hydrants, and they're going to have, you know, all this stuff that's going to tell you kind of what to do, what not to do, right? And the biggest thing for this, for one, it's normally not left on, right? Especially during the winter time. It's supposed to be frost line, it goes below. So you see down here on the right, like right here is the port where it drains out. That should be below your frost line. So whatever that is, which our frost line here is normally 10 to 12 inches. I know it's below that because this is a 2-foot post, be able to dig down. And like the box that it comes in, right, has like a little line to show that's 2 feet. But regardless, you want to make sure that around that little port, you have your rocks, right? Because that's where all the water comes out. So all the water will drain out of this down into your hole. And you don't want to clog that with dirt. So you want to make sure that you have rocks at least up to that brass part. And then you can backfill it in with dirt. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put in rocks into this for a good bit. And then we'll backfill it. And then we're going to get over to the well house and getting that portion knocked out. But the kicker though is you're going to have to come back for that. So yes, if you want to see how the well house turns out with all the work that needs to be done in there, definitely come back. If you're new here, give us that subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. We thank you for following our journey. For those of us that have been with us for a while, or even if you're new here and you are subscribed, we thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Whew, man, it's been a hot day. I've done so much stuff. You get a lot of work done when you're here by yourself. But thank you guys once again, guys and gals. Check out this video right here. Stick around for a little bit. You got an entire year's playlist over here to follow this entire crazy journey. Icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. And then last but not least, get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. We'll see you on the next one. There you go.